Calendar Boys.
Yarrrrrrrr! Hello and welcome to Calendar Boys.
It's
It's time to get into it. You know, it's a very special day today.
It's Talk Like Shakespeare Day. You may be confused, listener, because you would think that Talk Like Shakespeare would be more like, you know, shall I compare thee to a summer's day, you know, like stereotypical British. It's not though. It's not. You've been lied to. It's the Murdoch press. Conspiracies and all of this. It's all just propaganda. So languages change over time. If you try to read old stuff like Shakespeare and you go, this looks like
this sucks for my mouth. This is a bad feeling in my mouth that I'm trying to do.
It doesn't work. Well, I mean, I guess that's modernizations of it. But even if you go back, if you go back and get the original, it even hurts your eyes, your ears, your tongue, and your skin. It's just bad.
Yeah, the only way
changed.
The only way I can digest this is if Leonardo da Vinci. No, not Leonardo.
Leonardo da Vinci himself came down and told me Shakespeare.
If Leonard DiCaprio, you know, that guy, if he holds a gun and says the Shakespeare lines in a modern way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. What an adaptation that was. If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch, search, I guess, Romeo and Juliet with guns.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like modern gangs instead of whatever. Anyway, Shakespeare didn't sound like what you think Shakespeare sounds like. If you have a mental projection of what Shakespeare sounds like and it's not a pirate, you're wrong. But it's more to it than that. Because based off the way they sort of figured that out, they looked at the old language and there's bits that are supposed to rhyme and they go, oh, the only way this can rhyme is if you still have this dialect still exists here. They kind of backwards engineered what it would have sounded like back then. And it sounds, to us now, it would sound essentially like a pirate. Kinda. That's the closest analogy, like Pirates of the Caribbean. Problem is, it doesn't sound like a pirate because pirates didn't sound like pirates. That's Murdoch press.
I just want pirates.
Lies.
I just want pirates that sound like real pirates.
Fresh. So pirates didn't, when they were written down, they just sounded like dudes. They were just regular guys and gals, just they were just criminals on water, and they just, you know, they probably spoke a bit rougher because they'd have a rougher life, but you know, they weren't going "arr," except maybe a little bit.
I mean, a lot of them were probably in constant pain or anguish, so it would explain all the "ah."
Yeah, but they didn't roll the R of the arg, which I can't even do, but, you know, however they do it. They just went, like people do. But the reason we think they sound like that is because an English actor was doing a play of Treasure Island, and he rolled his R's and went, I'm going to really lean into this. And that accent is more related to Shakespeare's accent. So, yeah, Shakespeare was a pirate. Pirates aren't pirates. They were just dudes. So today you can't speak when you speak like Shakespeare. It's just speak like a pirate day too. Fun fact.
So the real question is, how do you talk on Speak Like a Pirate Day?
Well, shit.
We'll deal with that when we get to it.
I think you just speak like a normal. Just speak like you don't have any vitamin C or teeth. Going on.
But this Shakespeare Day, though. Okay, so what can we do to improve Shakespeare?
Guns.
Horses. Wait, cars. Cars that we call horses.
I haven't seen very many science fiction covers. like cars, but like Tesla cars.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah, like those angular ones.
Yeah. And they hop out with lasers, and they're like, "I bite my nose at you." Wait, what is he? I bite my thumb at you. But
Bangarang.
Treasure Planet. Treasure
What
Planet.
about how about this? Space Spear rolls off the tongue.
Space Spear? Yeah, I can get behind it.
We have a budget of $50 million.
Shake laser.
Shake laser. And we pitched this to Universal. They like the movie industry needs a bit of a kick to it. There hasn't been a good Shakespeare film in at least a year. So
Yeah.
we really need and something needs to beat Star Wars. And Star Wars is gone now. So we can just we can bring space back now. Star Wars has used it all up and we can start a new one.
Man. They've definitely used up all the anger. How can we make people as angry and emotional as Star Wars did? By butchering Shakespeare. We need to get the guy who did the second Star Wars to do Shakespeare covers.
Shakespeare covers.
Yeah.
I love
that's
it.
What it. Yeah. That's what it is. It's a cover. That's what remakes are. They're just covers by different artists.
Yeah, I think that would really jumpstart the film industry. And we can do it especially if we can do it more historically accurate to the actual dialect of Shakespeare. Can we somehow unearth, I don't know, a book where someone talks about exactly how it was said about the dialect, so we can confirm that we can talk like a pirate and be historically accurate?
Is there a book in existence, or are we making a MacGuffin for a play? Which,
no, I mean,
are they trying to? Is the play about? It's a Shakespeare reenactment, but it's about them trying to find proof that Shakespeare. They don't know it's a Shakespeare cover. They're playing out a Shakespeare play, and the subject of the movie is about Shakespeare instead of whatever the normal. It's like Midsummer Night's Dream, but it takes place in a university in the future in space. Of course, we can't drop that part. But they're arguing over what Shakespeare sounded like, and that's what it is.
Maybe
I'm thinking.
No, I'm thinking more is if can we confirm with accuracy that we can talk like a pirate and have it how the original man himself intended. But I think that has led me to a different train of thought, which is our current accent for Shakespeare that we think is fancy is only a few hundred years old, right? We can trace that sort of fancy accent.
Modern. It's modern.
It's modern.
It's a modern accent.
It's what we think is fancy. And so the thing is, we just need to get enough current, we need to get Macklemore as president for a few years. And then in a few hundred years, we'll have guaranteed ourselves that the way that he speaks is fancy to the future historians.
Because
he was in power. He was in power. He set the tone of the world.
The thing is, I don't think it can happen again because we have podcasts and shit now. We can record people, so accents aren't going to get lost. We don't know what Shakespeare sounded like because all they had was paper. The closest thing they had to recording was those old pots, which they could get into, and it would kind of wobble, and you could kind of make a real shit recording of someone. Now we have discs. So, will the accent ever change again? Oh, this does actually. I've got one other fun addendum on this. Speaking of accent change,
you've got 20 seconds.
It's a brief one. In Antarctica, they are forming new accents.
Oh.
Because there's only 20 people from various different countries, and because what naturally happens in an isolated space when you hang around a certain group of people, you sync up how you speak with each other to maximize communication. And people with all these different accents are syncing up in small ways to make communication easier. And it's probably the most in 100 like 50 years or something like that we've had a new accent kind of developing in that sense, like in like a measurable way, at least studied. Like, of course it's happening all the time, but they went, oh, we can study this because they were all scientists, and they went, let's record it, I guess. They did science on it and went, wow, this is a good measurement for how dialects happen and then accents happen.
That's wild. The problem is if one of them watches a pirate movie, they're going to be making that joke all the time, and then it'll make its way into the actual language.
Well, we could engineer what they sound like by sending a pirate speaking person in, a Shakespeare sounding person in to infiltrate them, and then they'll infect them. they'll all be speaking like, ah.
Yeah, they will get to help themselves. Okay, we got to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Calendar Boys. Any final words on Talk Like Shakespeare Day, Zeb?
I mean, people in Antarctica are probably the most likely people to get scurvy, so...
The modern pirates. Antarcticans.
Goodbye, people.
All right, bye. Anyway, see you later.